is going to be about trust, and it's been a wild ride these past couple weeks. Ringo had a little incident, and actually not a little incident, a pretty big incident. But he had gotten into something that he shouldn't have, and there was medication in there and different things like that, and I was not sure what he ingested and what he didn't. So, needless to say, it was very, very scary. Had to take him to the emergency vet, and in that moment, they had to pump his stomach, and they pumped his stomach to get everything out because there was no telling what he might have ingested. So this smart guy, it was not just left out. This smart guy got into a cooler, like he literally like popped the top on the cooler with his nose. He figured it out. So that it's great that he's smart, but not so great that he can get into things. He also opens doors, by the way, which is beside the point. But on a lighter note, when they caused him to pump his stomach and everything came up, they found an entire cheeseburger in there, an entire cheeseburger in a wrapper. So that's pretty impressive. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well on a lighter note. But to get back to exactly what happened, they pumped his stomach, and in those moments of not really knowing what was going to happen and what was going on at that time, needless to say, I was terrified. I've done videos about fear. I've done videos about facing your fears. I've done videos about, just overcoming fear. And in those moments, most of what I felt was fear. And it's those times when your faith is tested, when, a lot of things that you speak and you say, that I was tested in that. And yes, he's a dog and he's an animal, but to me, he's more than that. To me, he's my family. To me, he's like my son. Like, he is so, he means so very much to me. So in those moments, there was just a lot of things running through my head. Fear, really thinking about all the worst case scenarios, thinking about possibly losing him, like all of these things, and anxiety and all of these scenarios that I was creating in my head for a few moments, that chaos that kind of comes and that fear. And in that moment, it just made me realize just how much, I really loved him and just how important he was to me. So needless to say, he is okay. But I came home, I had to leave him there, and he had to get fluids and he had to stay at the vet hospital. And in those moments when I came home, I just came home kind of defeated. I came home, questioning like God a little bit. And I'm just going to be transparent with me, honest. Like, I was just like, God, man, like, I love you. And, I try to obey you. I try to do everything that you ask me to do. And, you let this happen, like, this is my baby and you let this happen. And that may sound bad to some people, but that's just me being honest and transparent. I had that thought. And in that moment, I know that I did gain some clarity. Like, it was kind of like, a friend of mine said to me, trials and tribulations, like, things happen, things are going to happen, and honestly, who am I to think that just because I serve God and I obey God, that nothing ever bad is going to happen in my life, right? That's such a skewed way to view things or view serving God. But I did have that moment of weakness of thinking that. And I came home and I just kind of broke down, and I got to a point where I had to just trust. I had to like let it all go, and I had to just trust, because there wasn't anything in that moment that I could do except pray. So I sat and I prayed a very vulnerable, a very raw, a very real prayer of just like, I don't know what's going to happen. And deep down, I felt like I knew that he would be okay, but I was really, really scared. And I prayed a prayer of just, please just help me with this. Just help me with this, And I didn't sleep very much while he was there, and went back to get him, called first thing, when they said that I could call and check on him, and went to pick him up, and he was fine. Everything was fine. Guy's got a iron stomach, and he was good. But I said all that to just talk about that moment of fear and those moments of trust. because it's come up a lot with me lately. And I do these videos and I try to motivate people and I try to speak to people about faith and trust and belief and positivity and all those things all the time. And when you speak those things, a lot of times you're challenged yourself. I don't speak from a place of not knowing this. I speak from a place of honesty. I speak from a place from either I'm dealing with it myself, have dealt with it, or am coming up on dealing with it. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine this week, a buddy of mine, and I was telling him everything that was going on in my life and different things and different hurdles that I've had to, overcome lately with just a lot of different things. And this guy, he's just not a man of faith, and that's cool. We're friends, and it doesn't matter. Like, I have friends from all walks of life. But he said to me, and he meant no disrespect in this moment, but he said to me, isn't this where you people of faith are supposed to kind of like trust God or something like that? And he said that to me, and he like convicted me with it, and he called me out on it, and he was exactly right. Like, these are the moments, not just with Ringo and not just what happened with him, but in those moments of questioning, in those moments of doubt, in those moments of pain, in those moments of things not going exactly the way that you expect them to go, yes, that's exactly what it is. That's when your faith kicks in, and that's when your trust kicks in. And what I realize is the biggest problem that I have with trust and with faith right now, again, I'm going to be transparent, is relinquishing control, or relinquishing the illusion of control, the illusion that I even have control over the things that are happening in my life right now. Once I can relinquish control, then things start to flow. They're fluid, and they're not always perfect, but I can relinquish that fear, that anxiety, and just let them flow, and give myself a moment to have that clarity of, yes, I don't have control, but if I give myself a moment to gain clarity, then I give my creator control. Because why would I want to have control? I can't see everything. I don't see the beginning. I don't see the middle. I don't see the end. Yeah, the creator sees everything. He sees everything. And so why wouldn't I want to relinquish control to the person who can see the whole movie? He knows what's going on. He can see it. So he can tell me to dodge left when it's time to dodge left. He can tell me to dodge right when it's time to dodge right. Why wouldn't I want to relinquish control to my creator, to my God? It's because of the illusion in my mind that that's a scary thing. And to most of us, it is a scary thing to give up control. But again, if you notice, I said it's illusion of control, because I don't believe that I really have control. I believe that I try to, and it just makes me more stressed out. It makes me more anxious and more fearful when I control it. Because if I'm controlling it, then I don't know the outcome. But if God's controlling it, God knows the outcome. And I have to trust and believe that He is good in all of His ways. And no matter what it is, I have to trust in that goodness. So I wear this necklace, and it says, give it to God and let it go. And every once in a while throughout the day, maybe several times a day, I just grab this and I grab it and I remember exactly what it says, because I have to remind myself, as much as I speak about faith, as much as I speak about trust, I have to remind myself to give it to God and let it go. He's brought me this far, and it's not to leave me. He's brought me this far, and it's to in purpose. It's in purpose. And I say me, but I mean us. I mean we. And I say the same thing to you. I'm not special. The things that happen in my life, prosperity or good things, it's not me. It's God. And it's not just for certain people. When you walk in purpose, everyone has a purpose. Everyone was born with a purpose. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, and their plans to prosper you, their plans not to harm you, their plans for a hope in the future." So He has a hope in the future for you. And I know I've said that scripture a million times on here. I probably jacked it up just a little bit, but that's one of my favorite scriptures. And it's because every single person on this earth has a purpose. They have a preordained plan from God. So trust that plan. Even when it hurts, trust that plan. Even when you don't understand what's going on around you, even when there's chaos all around you, or things may seemingly be falling all around you. Sometimes I read something online, and it said, when things are falling apart, they're really falling together. So just trust in that plan, trust in His plan, because it's good and it'll work out. And if you can just let it flow, if you can let life be fluid, That's what I'm learning. Just let life be fluid and just flow in the stream of the Creator. Flow in the rhythm of the Creator. So find your rhythm. Find the rhythm that He created for you. And once you get into that rhythm and you start walking in that rhythm, things, no matter what, even though chaos is going on around you, you walk in that rhythm and you just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You're walking in that rhythm and you will flow. You will eventually meet that mark. You'll press towards the mark and you'll eventually hit that mark and you'll keep flowing. So just allow things to be fluid. Don't force it. Don't try to force anything. Even though you think you're under control or you think you have everything under control, we really don't control anything. That's just my belief. So relinquish control of your Creator. Try it today. Just say, I give you control of my life today. I let you do whatever your plan is for my life today. Whoever you have me encounter today, whatever you have me encounter today, I know that you have me right here in the palm of your hands and you're never going to let me go, and that you're going to put me on the right path. So that's what I try to do every single day of my life. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But if you think about that and you just dwell on that during the day, or even several times, maybe you need a reminder. If you dwell on that during the day, it really makes life a little bit easier. It makes going through things a little bit easier to know that you have God behind you. These hurdles in life, without God, I don't know how people make it. I don't know how they do it, because I need Him. I know that it's not me at all. You know, I think about people in the Bible. I think about like David and Goliath. When David went up against Goliath, he wasn't thinking about the size of Goliath. He wasn't thinking about, oh man, this giant's in front of me. He just knew David was a little guy, and he just knew, I got God behind me, man. I fought the lion, I fought the bear. Like, God prepared me for this moment. I'm going to take these rocks, these stones, I'm going to take this giant down. And that's all David thought about, you know. And I think that it's purposely done the way that God uses people who seemingly aren't the hero. It shouldn't be a typical hero, you know, shouldn't be your typical strong person, or He uses flawed people. Flawed people, we're all flawed, right? So He uses flawed people on purpose. And that just makes me trust Him more, to know that He can use me and all of my flaws, every single one of them, because I have them. I have a lot. And He uses every single one of them. He can turn them around for good if I just trust in Him and trust in His goodness. So I just said all that to remind somebody out there who may be going through something, or maybe you're not. Maybe you will be. But just trust. Even if you're not going through anything, life could be great. Continue to trust. Trust in God. Trust that He's got a plan for your life, and He's going to make it good. Because I did, and this little guy's okay, and I'm very, very, very thankful. He's laying down right now. Can I get you to come up, buddy? Can I get you to come up here? Come here. Come here. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Say hi. This little guy's okay, and I'm very grateful. All praise to God, and I'm just thankful that He kept him, and He's keeping me every single day. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to try to do some more videos. I'm so sorry that it's been so long. Maybe you missed me, maybe you didn't, but I want to try to spread goodness as much as I can. So stay powerful, be blessed, and you already know, live life on purpose. Thank you.